My mum's been fostering since before I was born, so it's kind of, I've grown up not knowing anything else, which is quite nice. And we've had one placement since I was about 6, so he's a few months younger than me, so it's quite nice in the fact that we're like quite close in age, and I haven't really known anything other than that. I remember like having earlier thoughts about it, but again, I'd just not known anything different. It would have been, I think, the first Christmas that he'd lived with us. Woke me up at like 6 in the morning to be like, oh look, we've got presents, and it was the stocking, and going down and be like, no, there's more, and he's like, oh, I've got presents, and I think that was probably the sweetest memory, is just him like seeing his face and going, oh my gosh, I've got a present, and just him like tearing into the packaging, going, oh my gosh, like look at this. Probably my best memories from it. And my mum definitely had to take a step back with those two and go, okay, like I need a breather, because I know she was in tears nearly with Christmas. His face was like, he had smiles all day and was like bragging about it to his friends at school. I mean, it's kind of different because I've always had him around, but there's just like a random person just turn up and be like, oh yeah, he's gonna like come and live with us for a bit, and seeing actually the way that he behaves because of how he was treated beforehand, it can be quite difficult because, you know, I didn't grow up knowing any of that. I have quite a loving family, so having to deal with the actually certain, like especially when he was younger, certain ways he'd act because he didn't know any different. I think the one difficult thing we had is when we had a younger placement, trying to teach him like simple things like how to play, and because he'd just sit in front of toys and not move them. So I think that was the most difficult part, is just trying to teach them like the basic things that they should really know but didn't. Just taking a bit of time, especially like where we're so close in age, just going and being like, no, this is how we do this, and going and like interacting and playing with him, especially his younger brother as well, because then it would teach him actually, no, this isn't how we act, and we do things a different way, and he kind of slowly adjusted into it. So it's definitely like that sibling bond, and again sibling rivalry, but it's harmless, and it's quite nice to be able to have that where we are close in age, and it's quite nice to go back and go, actually, no, he is my brother. Yeah, I definitely had support growing up. I know at least like once, twice a year we'd go out and like I'd spend the day with other birth children like around my age, or like either older or younger than me, and we'd go out to different places and just get to know them. So I had like a bit more people who understood what it was like, which was really quite nice. So like growing up with that, going, oh, I have like this support there. I think I've definitely become a bit more like easy with like sharing things and just being a bit more patient, because he's my only sibling, so it's more of a, you have to be a bit patient, because at the beginning they're going to take a bit more time to like adjust to things, so you can't go in like full force and be like, right, you need to do this. You have to take a bit of time. I think it's definitely helped. I do quite a lot of volunteering outside, and I think having that insight into actually people come with like a completely different background to yourself, it's helped quite a lot. It meant that I'm able to, again, just go in and go, right, this is going to be a bit different. Going to, you know what, that's quite fun, and getting them to see different sides of things that they probably wouldn't have seen. I'd just say to do it. It's something that not many people do, and it can be really rewarding in the end of seeing like the child like grow up, or even if they're not there for like a long time, it's a short time, seeing like all the things that they've achieved that they wouldn't have necessarily done. It's a really rewarding thing, and at the end of the day you both like feel really good that they've gone and been able to do that. I mean, everyone knows it will be a bit hard, but actually just taking it like one step at a time, and like sometimes even like the smallest achievements that they go, oh no, it's like not that big of a deal, this kid might not have known anything different, so that'd be like their massive achievement, and just going and cheering on like every moment, because they wouldn't have known any different. So even like the small things, like when we had to teach a little one how to play, it's such a big moment.